Kal Kadosh, Masechet Ketubot Daf Sadi Aleph Amud Aleph. Says the Mishnah. Mishayan Asud Shte Nashim. Somebody that's married to two women. Yeah, you're listening. Very good. Umetu. Both of them died. Yeah. Ve'achar כך metu, and then he died. V'yitomim vakshim ketubat iman. So the yitomim, right? They're coming and they're asking the ketubah of their mother. Ve'en sham ela shte ketubot. Yeah, and they only have the properties of two ketubot, right? Which means, right, that the bnei baalat ketubah gdola, right, they cannot come and take that which they wanted to take, but rather cholkim b'shaveh, they divide it equally. Hayasha motar dinan, if there's going to be some leftovers. Elu notrin ketubah b'yam, so each one takes the ketubah of their mother, no problem. V'im amru, now if the yitomim come and they say, anachnu ma'alim al nichsei avinu yefeh dinar, that we are going to accept upon ourselves the properties, right, inexpensive, right, kedei sheyeh yitlu ketubah iman, in order they should take the ketubah of their mother, and shomin lahem, we don't pay attention to them, ela shamin et nechasim bebedin, but rather we're going to come and we're going to evaluate the properties in the bedin, what the real value is, and then if there's no motar dinar, nothing left over, they're going to divide it equally, just like the Yerusha midin Torah. Says the Gemara, "V'yusham nechasim bara'ui enam kivemuchzak." There's a concept of ra'ui and muchzak. Ra'ui is things which are fitting to come, but it's in the future. It didn't come to your hands yet. Muchzak is that you already have it in your hands. So, for example, by the way, the bechor who rak notel pishnayim bamuchzak velo bara'ui. What does that mean? A bechor takes double portion, but No. He takes double portion of the bechor, but he takes only the muchzak, none of the ra'ui. So, for example, let's say right now there's something in the hands of the father. He passes away. The bechor comes, double portion. Let's say 4 brothers, you divide it into 5. Bechor takes 2, and then the other 3 brothers take 3. Chazak u'baruch. What happens now if the father had an investment? Yeah, he put in money in investment, and now that investment is going to grow, whether it's going to be the proceeds, whether it's going to be dividends, whether it's going to be all these other. So that's not called muchzak, that's called ra'ui. It's fitting to come, it's later on. It's not right now. So therefore, the bechor in that does not take double portion. The bechor only takes double portion in that which is muchzak and not which is ra'ui. So it says over here like this. So the nechasim which are ra'uyim to go to the father, and then when it's going to come to them, Yerusha. Which one? So now he says like this. Rabbi Shimon comes and he says, even if you have properties which do not have any guarantees, and include it's still nothing. Until you have nechasim which they do have achrayut. Right? As long as they have 1 dinar more than the 2 ketubot. Remember that since there were 2 wives, so there are 2 ketubot. So you have to have the extra, the dinar, and then that's when they're going to come. The extra dinar of worth of karka, and that's when they're going to come and they're going to start dividing things. Says the Gemara, Tzadik Aleph Amud Aleph towards the bottom. Says the Gemara, we learned in the Braita. Lazo elef lazo 500. Imagine the ketubah of one of the wives is 1,000, and the ketubah of the other one was 500. If there's a mutar dinar extra, each one takes a ketubah of their mothers, right? And then the extra they divide equally. If they don't have the extra, they divide it equally.
So the person doesn't take why we learned the first one, take the bigger one, you remember?
No, we said you don't do that. We said yichalku b'shaveh. Yeah, that's what we always say. Okay? Obviously, mirubim v'nitna ma'atu. When we're talking about that you have nechasim mirubim, and then nitma'atu became less, kvar zachu b'en yoshim, the yoshim already has them. So muatim v'nitrabu mai. What happens now if they had a very small amount of properties, and then all of a sudden it went up in value before they divided it? So now it has the mutar dinar. What's halacha? Meaning, before it went up in value, there was no extra money. So since there was no extra money, so then what happens? So then the Yorshim come and they divide it, and nobody gets a ketubot yet. Why? Because we said there's no extras. So divided equally. All of a sudden, right, they're waiting, and all of a sudden it happened like what happened here. All of a sudden, boom, all the prices jump. So now there's much more than extra mutar even. There's much more. What's halacha? So Tashema, we're going to try to bring a proof. Because the properties of Bnei Tzatzur, they were very small and then they were multiplied. They came in front of Rabbi. He told them, Zil paisinu, gomi mefayesotam. Lo ashkichu, but they didn't pay attention. Amar lehu, says Rav Amram, if you're not going to be mefaisin lehu, machinu lechu besilva de lo mibadema. I'm going to hit you with a quote that does not take out dam. What does that mean? I'm going to be gozer alechem nidui. Shadirinu lekamed Rav Nachman, he said in front of Rav Nachman, Amar lehen, keshem shum rubim nitma'atu, just like if it was going to be nechasim rubim and then it became smaller. Zachu b'ayna yorshin, it's Tzadik Aleph Amud Bet, right? 91b. Zachu b'ayna yorshin, the yorshin already have the merit in this. So to the same anochad all the way around. Moatim v'nitrabu, zachu b'ayna yorshin, the yorshin also, they inherit it. So says the Gemara, you see from here that what? That if right now the Yosheh Ketubah Ktana, during the time of the death of the husband, right? So the father basically. So therefore they have the zechut to do it b'shaveh. The properties went up. What do I care? At the end, just like if it would go down, go up, it's the same halachot. That right now they were zocheh, and there's nothing what to talk about. So that was until now what the Gemara said. Now we're going to see a siman. Elef umea mitzvah bektubah Yaakov zakaf silotav. We're going to see a whole thing here. But okay. Hau gavra. There was a person. Okay, tzaddik aleph amubet. Hau gavra davmaski be'elf zuzah. So there was a person that they lent him 1,000 zuz. Perfect. Havu letre abdane. He had two different palaces, two different armonot. Zavinu, right? He sold it. Chada b'chamesh mea, v'chada b'chamesh mea. One of them, right, was for 500, and the other one also for 500. Ata balchov, comes a balchov, v'tarfa lecha lemina, you grab one of them. Hadar katarif liidach, and then afterwards he went, and he took the second one. Okay? Shakal al fezuze v'kalazi legabe. So the lokeach, right, that he wanted the armon to stay by him, he took 1,000 zuz, right? He said, if you want the 1,000 zuz, here you go. If not, take the 1,000 zuz and get out of here. Get out of both of the armonot. So this is very interesting what's happening. Because basically what happened was, the guy comes and he owes 1,000 zuz. He sold each one for 500 zuz, each one of the palaces. So now the balchov comes and he collects both.
You take double.
Right? Not double. Both. Yeah, 500, 500, 1,000. But the balchov was 1,000.
No, you said 5 each.
No, one more time. 1,000. He sold each house 500 each. Yeah? Each 500 each. Okay, so he comes and he says, Sava Rami Bar Chamal Meimer. So when Chama came in, he wanted to say, that's our Mishnah. Imam Lu Yitomim, if the Yitomim came in and said, Anu Malin, right? Al Nichse Avinu Yafed Dinar. That in order that it should be a fedinar, right? So they're not going to listen to them. So what's going on? So Elmaleh Rava comes and he says, Midame, can you compare both cases? Hatam over there, you have the loss of the Yitomim. There's no loss of the Yitomim. He took it 100, he took 1,000, and he gave 1,000. So what's going on then? Nobody's losing anything. So V'tidifa the Kama Katvina. So if the Balchov was maskim to accept the Armon, right? So how much is he taking it? Right? How much? What is it worth? So Ravina Amar be'alfa with 1,000 zuz, and Rav Avira says with 500 zuz. The Hilchat Abedalacha is that it's going to be for 500 zuz. Okay, so that was the first story. Second story, again with another two Amoreim. There was 100 zuz now. Okay? He had two different small fields. One of them he sold it for 50, 150. Sounds very similar. Before it was 1,000, and he sold the two different palaces, 500, 500. Now it's 100. And he sold two different fields, 50-50. Okay, Ata Balchov, the Balchov comes in, he took one of them. And then afterwards he went and he took the other one. Shakal Me'azuze, he took 100 zuz. Because of the so he comes to him and he tells him, if it's worth for 100 zuz, so take it. Bechavot, yeah, and give me the fields. Yeah, V'ilo, and if not, Shakul Me'azuze, take the 100 zuz and get out of here from both of the sadot. So Savar of Yosef, remember, Rav Yosef thought to say, that's our Mishnah. Imam lo Yitomim. So Abaye comes and he says, how can you compare both cases to? There, the Yitomim are losing out. So that's why we're not going to let this happen. But here, who's losing out exactly? Right? He gave 100, he's taking 100. What's the problem then? So says the Gemara, how much does he have to agree to accept the document? So Ravina says with 100 zuz, and Ravina says with 50 zuz, and Halakha is with 50 zuz. Okay, next. How governed the masculine with zuz? There was somebody that, again, 100 zuz. Shachi, he passed away. Shava katina de ara zuz, and he left only a piece of land which was worth 50 zuz. Okay, so the Balchov came and he took it. Azul Yatme, so Yitomim came and they gave him 50 zuz. Again, he grabbed it again. You understand what the guy did? The guy was obligated to him the 100. He went, he took the field away from the Yatomim. The Yatomim come and they say, okay, fine. How much is the field worth? 50? Here, take 50. He gives them 50, right? He takes it. He comes back and takes it again. So what are you doing? Well, he owed me 100, not 50. He owed me 100. So therefore he's taking twice. So Elmaleh, he told them, mitzvah le'yatomim lifroch avim. You know there's a mitzvah for the Yatomim to pay back the debt of their father. Hani kamai mitzvah v'ditu. He says because the first money, they were doing like a mitzvah. Hashta over here, kitarif, when they were grabbing it, bedin katarif. They were taking it like bedin. One of these words, it all depends what were their words. If their words was, right, that they went and they said, these are the 50 zuz, this is the value of the Sadek Tana, right, so then you're right. But if they went and they said, this is the 50 zuz, or the money of the Sadek Tana, they were misalekoto in the Sadeh, and then that's it. He loses out on that. Okay? So fine. Next, so there was somebody that he sold the ketubah of his mother for tuvat hana. Remember, selling a ketubah means that he comes and he sells it like it's like a gamble. No. He comes and he says, how much would you pay for this ketubah? So the guy thinks, okay, how much older is the guy than the woman? How much do you think, when will it probably come to me? Will it come to me in 2 years, 20 years? So it depends how much he's going to pay for the ketubah. So that's called the tuvat hana. The Elmaleh, he comes and he tells the lokeach yata, if the mother comes and she's going to say something, lo meftzeni lach, right? I'm not going to save you, right? The ketubah. Shchiva imev lo ira. So what happened? The mother passed away, and that's it. And she never said anything. So he came himself, right? And he was mad. So maybe he's going instead of the mother. Rabbi says no. He didn't accept the achrayut of the mother. He only accepted the achrayut of the mother, not of the son. Meaning, if the mother would have come and would have started screaming, this guy would have said, okay, fine, that's okay. But now that the son is coming, what do I care about the son? I didn't accept anything about the son. So Amar Rechama says, yeah, Reuven shemachar sadeh l'Shimon shelo b'achrayut. If Reuven sold the field to Shimon without achrayut, and then Shimon comes and he sells the field to Reuven b'achrayut, and then the Baal Chov of Reuven is going to come and he's going to take it away from him, Dina hu dazil Shimon u'mfatzeleh. The din is that Shimon could go and save it from the Baal Chov for Reuven. And Amar Rava says, Rava, no. He only accepted the achrayut from everywhere else in the world, but he didn't accept it from him himself. Meaning from himself, when he's the one that's in charge, he's not accepting the guarantee, the collateral. Because then he's saying, no, it's only from other people. So other people, I would deal with, but not with him himself. Okay,